Hello， 大家好，我是 Tom，
我是 Simonna，
欢迎来到新的一期老车新谈。
今天我们来到了 Bleeding
对，今天我要带大家看一辆经典的英国小车。
我们去看吧。
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tom.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tony, and this is Lulu.
Right, Lulu is a 1998 sports pack Mini Cooper, which was an edition created just towards the end of the run.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
So I'm the managing director of Small Car Big City. We run a fleet of classic minis like this one, foresighting tours, corporate experiences, treasure hunts, birthday parties, primarily in central London, but all over the south.
Hey Tony, so this car doesn't seem that vintage to me. Is this a real classical car?
It is a real classic car, although you're right, it's not as old as you would imagine it. Right, the car was made in 1998, but the original Mini design was 1959. So this is now a 61-year-old design of car, and very little changed during that production run from 59 until 2000.
And the colour is quite unique, obviously. Did you repaint it?
No, this is the standard colour as it came out of the factory. It's an interesting shade of Hawaiian tropical blue. Definitely not to everybody's taste, but she does stand out in a crowd.
Can you tell us about the two stripes of the car?
The stripes on the front of a Mini Cooper have been standard since the cars were raced in the early 60s, when the engineers would have to use their own leather belts to hold the front of the car in place. And ever since then, the white stripes on the front have really shown this is a sports car.
And I assume the engine is hidden under the bonnet?
The engine is under the bonnet. There's a very small 1.3 litre engine squeezed into that tiny space.
Speaking of tiny, let's check out the boot.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Prepare yourself. This might be overwhelming.
Wow. This is literally like one bag.
Yes.
One bag size.
When the cars were first designed, they were made to be driven with the boot lid hanging open, so you could put more bags in and just put a rope over the top.
Wow, you've got some shiny exhaust.
Thank you very much. That's actually brand new. We only fitted that 2 weeks ago. So we've had a new custom system built, which gives them that really sexy, raspy, classic car note, but a little bit quieter, and it helps to meet modern emission standards.
And it looks good. What is this?
This is a custom-made leather fuel bib made by Concept Studios, and it carries the year of the car, 1998, the name of the car, Lulu. It supposedly stops the fuel from running onto the paintwork and causing any damage, but ultimately it just looks cool.
The two-tone paintwork makes the car look like it was a convertible, but it's not. And what do you call it? Just a hole on the roof?
It was probably sold as a fabric sunroof, but most people know it by the brand that created the design, which is Webasto, and it's almost as good as a full convertible. In these minis, I think it's a much better option. The convertible one was a bit...
For this?
Yeah.
Should we jump into the car?
It's tiny.
Yeah.
You should
pretty small
name
car.
it tiny instead of mini.
My knees are touching the steering wheel.
There is an art to getting in and to driving one of these. It's not particularly ladylike, but you've got to sit with your knees slightly apart to allow the wheel room.
Right.
But once you get used to it, it's quite a comfortable place to be.
It's pretty cozy.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sitting. Instead of on, I'm in.
Very much so. So this one was the Cooper Sports Pack, which at the time was pretty much everything you could have fitted to a Mini. The sunroof, the wooden dash, believe it or not, the heater was an option.
So this is a luxury.
Luxury is a strong word, but yes, this would have been the luxury option.
I've noticed in a modern Mini you'd have the Speedo in the middle,
Yes.
whereas this one is...
So when the Mini was designed, the Speedo was here in a big central pod, and that was moved in the mid-80s to meet a European standard. It does mean that the passengers can see how fast you're driving, which isn't always ideal if you like to drive a bit quick.
Now I'm gonna show you the back.
You have to climb it.
This is how you feel when you climb into a toy castle, like these inflatable ones. I'll show you how you open the window. This was an extra when Tony bought it. Now let's get out. Tony!
Hang on, here you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hang on. I found something. A gold bar from Italian Jobs.
Whoa, hang on, no, cut, you can't have that in there. I don't know who put it there, it wasn't me.
Shall we go for a ride?
Sure.
Oh, hang on. Before we leave, can you tell me how do you close this cover?
Yes, it's pretty simple. Big button there. And slowly but surely, eventually,
You have to keep pressing it.
you have to hold it down. There we go. The height of luxury in the late 90s.
Okay. I will show you how to get to the back of the car. I tried so hard to control myself because I don't want to recall my
This is so heavy.